Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to the bedroom on this day I didn't think you thought would ever come. But we are here. We are returning to the sea, and this is Black Sails Season 3, Episode 7. And you might be wondering where I've been. It was not necessarily by choice or design. I'm trying to do this quick. A lot of shows dropped in November. A lot of shows are dropping in December. But then a while ago, we had a superstorm that wiped out my power for 5 days, putting me behind. And then we had Thanksgiving, and I'm in accounting, so we had month end. And then Microsoft decided to do an update that pretty much killed my laptop. So new laptop's been obtained. It's over there. And now I can return finally to Black Sails, where, for the most part, Vane has turned his back on Blackbeard yet again and has teamed up with Flint. They're on their way back to Nassau, where Jack has done some sort of... I'm still not 100% sure what he has done, but he has, he's making it very easy for Spain to come and wipe them all out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where we left off. So thank you so much for joining me today. You're going to hopefully get under your big cozy blanket. It's raining like hell outside. I'm also drinking water because I'm trying to stay hydrated. I had a ginger ale earlier, and I'm hopefully possibly going to be shooting some cocktail videos later. So I'll leave the whiskey. I'll leave the whiskey for later. But let me know where you are. Let me know what you're drinking. Also, you can watch full episode with me here on Patreon, or there on Patreon. You can watch it with me on Patreon. Watch it with me here. Click subscribe. You know, do all the things that say, hey, I'm enjoying what you're putting out. I hope you're enjoying what you're putting out and that you're ready to get back to it. So let's just go. Let's go. We're going.
I may be able to add to our pool of assets, a cache of gems.
So if Flint and the crew retrieve the gold and give it to Spain, I don't think they'd give it to Spain. What would that do? Do we know if there's a making of this theme song? Because I'd be interested to see how they came up with that heave beat to it. So we know where kind of inspiration could come from. But I'd like to know. Yes, Max, you will not find Anne. Oh, will she find Anne? Ooh. Max, who followed you? Or who did you leave there?
The governor is a reasonable man. He is a compassionate man, but he needs that cash.
Fuck what he needs. Jack don't want it turned over. If he did, he'd be the one asking me to do it.
They are hurting him, Anne. You are right. He is defiant. He refuses. So I am asking on his behalf. Surrender the cash, and I will see to it that Jack goes free. You have my word.
How free is free? Free is free.
She is going to do it.
Is she?
She said that.
No. But neither can she bear the idea of Jack's torture. But sooner than later, she will acquiesce.
How can you know this for certain?
You hope?
She knows.
Jack Rackham? Who is Jack Rackham?
Oh gosh, word is traveling. Word is traveling.
You left here to secure a fleet of ships. You told me that without those ships, you could see no other way to achieve victory in this fight. Now you have returned with nothing but him and a plan to make up the difference with money?
Not money. Bait.
We compel him into a single, decisive fight. One in which we have a massive advantage, and one in which, with a little luck, we might deal him a catastrophic defeat.
What battlefield is this that would allow us to defeat that kind of force?
Not there.
Here.
No!
Your plan is to lure the British Navy here?
No. Oh, no. There wasn't any place else. How about Blackbeard's hidey hole?
How do you propose to gain these things on the schedule you're suggesting?
I don't know yet.
I'm not going out there with I don't know yet.
Am I certain that we will prevail? No. But the odds will never be better than they are right now, in this moment. Of that I am most certain.
You need a plan first. How long did it take to get there and you didn't strategize an answer? After having dealing with her before?
My husband supplied us with weapons and shot. He also maintained a stockpile on Nassau in preparation for a day such as this. As far as we know, it is still there, guarded by his agents.
Tell me where to find them, and I'll retrieve it.
They will not trust you of this place to anyone other than my husband.
Oh my god, that boat. That boat.
So we will have to send the next best thing.
Darling daughter.
My word and your word will govern in concert or not at all.
Has she ever left the island? When she arrived.
That word shall be given by my daughter.
John's still on the island?
I'll see you relieved. Please report to Dr. Marcus immediately.
Yes, sir.
Did he bring a plague with him?
Contact was made with Anne Bonny. The situation was explained to her that the sooner she returns the cash, the better it would be for you. She was disturbed, but we believe ultimately persuaded.
You told her I was being tortured.
If the street were to hear you were being mistreated, well, I'd risk losing them, I know this. I imagine you were counting on it. This way, no one hears it but her. I get what I need.
Oh.
The island survives, and no one is harmed.
Oh, yet. Yet.
When the cash is delivered, you'll both be free to do as you please.
Again, I ask how free is free.
Do you have a wife?
I do.
Oh, he does, and he kissed Eleanor anyway.
How do you think she would feel if she betrayed you? Knowing she'd likely lost that trust forever, and then learned the whole thing was based on a ruse. We're all villains in Nassau. Don't think because you knew you're any different.
Lots of thoughts flung in there. One, we don't know what Woods' wife is like. She might not give a shit. But yeah, we're all villains.
Captain Rackham will be set free in exchange for the cash.
Who's your...
Captain Rackham. He's in the governor's custody.
Who's this guy?
My superiors are proud men, and they're angry. Were I you, I might encourage Governor Rogers not just to send the gold, but to send something more. An offering, but the man responsible for stealing it in the first place.
Name one.
Surrender the cash and Jack goes free. I gave her my word.
You shouldn't have.
When the governor's men arrive at the transaction without Jack and Anne sees this, she will resist. I would humbly ask that the governor's men refrain
They
from
have been forbidden from firing first.
Why?
Because I demanded it. Out of respect for your partnership.
Eleanor Guthrie. She's still in there with Max.
Yeah. I thought I heard them say something about... nothing. Never mind.
Why are you speaking it then? And this is how the dominoes start falling in the wrong direction.
2 longboats will ferry the landing party to shore.
Oh, I just realized John's with them. Okay, he's not on the island.
Meanwhile, Billy and I will enter the tavern and begin recruiting.
Still don't understand how you think that's going to help us.
Recruiting more men.
Recruiting those men.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they do join us, what makes you think they won't just desert us all over again?
If they won't take up arms and fight alongside us, I want them terrified of the thought of doing it against us.
Well, it shouldn't be you. If you want them to fear you, it shouldn't be you delivering the message. You're returning from the dead. The message I understand, but I think someone else needs to deliver it.
Who?
Him. I can think of no one more effective at capturing men's minds. And, maybe just as importantly,
Who'll be able to take their eyes off the one-legged creature?
Why is...
Shall we make our approach?
So Vane is doubting the men. What has brought...
I'll lead the shore party as soon as we arrive.
What has brought him along? Let's just chill.
That fucking chair. To gain it, it demands you win partners. Make them promises. To keep it, it demands you break them all.
And you didn't sit in it for that long, Max.
My God, how I hated you.
Is she now understanding Eleanor a little bit more?
There was a time in which I could not conceive of how I could ever forgive you. And in this moment, I am you.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Now that soldiers visit the inn, you hear what soldiers say. And what is it they're saying about me?
Something you haven't heard before.
They say he relies upon you more than any other. They sometimes say more. Did you know his men speak this way?
No.
You should have.
But sooner or later it will affect him. Erode his support. The governor's chair is no doubt as unforgiving as mine. It will demand the same kind of sacrifices.
Is this how you're gonna solidify your position? By the position? It's the tool she has. Then use the tool. Or the promise of the tool? Does she think she can turn him into a Charles? Her Panani's that sweet. We'll get him to do anything? Is that what they're saying? I'm trying to be clean about this here.
8 of my men have fallen ill. One of your warehouses has been converted into a sick bay.
This was not the pillow talk I was expecting.
Where Chapter 1 is conquest of a foreign land, Chapter 2 is always suffer the illness to which the natives are immune.
Or vice versa, give the illness to them.
You asked me once if it was true what my enemies say of me. And I would turn on anyone, no matter how close, if it served my ambition. It was that way once. But I did not wish to be that way ever again. I'm resolved to shed it. I'm resolved to have my word mean something.
I don't believe her. Can't trust Eleanor Guthrie.
They're handing him over to the Spanish. Help me find out where that exchange is going to be, so I can stop it.
You want to use Max's girls to inform on the governor's operation without telling Max?
You took that part and you said you wanted a new start.
Uh-huh.
Now all of a sudden you're ready to fall in with Charles Vane.
Oh, he told him he spoke with Vane. John strolls into town. And they haven't been seen since they were becalmed, have they? So it's like the whole crew returned from the dead.
I understand this is the place cowards come to beg forgiveness from a king. Sign your name to sleep easy. Every last rotten fuck on this island has crossed a man far less forgiving than old George will ever be. I come as his right hand. I come on a mission of mercy. To show you a path to his forgiveness.
Captain Flint is dead.
Do you not know who I am, sir?
Every name in this volume belongs to a man who first pledged his service to Captain Flint. This volume now belongs to me.
Is that Mr. in the seat there, a British soldier?
Any man who meets us on the sand will be accepted back into the fold. His name redacted from this book. Forgiven for his sins against his brothers. I will keep the list of names remaining. And I assure you, those men will hear from us again.
Is that it? Surely if Captain Flint were truly alive, he can do better than to send a handful of men, led by half a man, in the dead of night to deliver a threat as weak as this.
Dufresne.
Fear my name.
Dufresne.
Captain Flint's name is already half forgotten. As for you, I know enough of you to know that even whole, you were unworthy of half of the attention we paid you. And now, as a goddamn invalid, you expect that to change.
Pick it up. I don't think Dufresne's coming back.
Tomorrow you will join us. Or you will all be looking over your shoulders the rest of your lives. My name is John Silver. And I've got a long fucking memory.
Long John Silver. Well, that was a statement. Woo. Woo.
Where is he?
There is no John now, only Zool.
You were right about the Toaded Talk. Playing this part.
So I know what you're feeling at the moment. There is an element of this journey into the dark that I'm only now beginning to appreciate.
What's that?
How good it feels.
There is no John, there's only Zool.
They claim Flint will be returning tomorrow, east of the bay, to take on recruits.
If he arrives at that beach, I can't have him finding 200 men waiting there for him.
Myself.
And if Flint doesn't appear, what does that suggest? That I, too, am so weak as to fear a ghost? No, I prefer there be no one there to meet him because no one wants to be there to meet him. Can you help see to that?
Yes.
Oh, this is a thorn.
Max may be able to help matters, but she won't be able to stop all of them from going down there. But there may be a way that you can prevent the rest of them.
What if they had said Flint and Vane were there? You're gonna lock them all in the
You have all become
brothel?
quite skilled at acquiring information. Instead of coaxing information out of men's heads, I need for this place to be able to put ideas into them.
Oh.
If you have any questions as to how to proceed, I have appointed a new madame more than capable of guiding you through it.
Good evening, girls. It's nice to be home.
Oh, no.
Open it up.
Oh. Oh, this is getting all sorts of complicated.
My father's allies said this was the most they could secure without arousing attention.
Will it be enough?
Well, it's more than we had yesterday.
Yeah, so Mr. Scott's crew is the unknown player in this game to the other side. Is anyone there?
What the fuck?
What? This way, any man who would join us will have to wait with him and suffer his judgment. He holds them away with their shame.
So what do we do?
White flag. Gosh, this is a chess game that is just crazy.
Lord Thomas Hamilton. I didn't know him.
Keep his name out of your mouth.
Miss Guthrie tells me you were part of the first effort with Lord Hamilton and Peter Ashe to introduce the pardon to Nassau.
Oh, he just whapped them with the thin razor.
All I have done here is finish what you began. And without you, there would be no me.
Clever.
How did he know that Flint was Flint?
Man, we all want the same thing. You offer me a pardon, I accept it, this all ends?
No one is being hanged. No one's
Yet.
even being tried.
Yet.
They've all been forgiven. Just as you wanted. Just as Thomas Hamilton wanted.
Except.
Thomas Hamilton fought to introduce the pardons, to seek to change England. And he was killed for it. His wife and I went to Charlestown to argue for the pardons. To make peace with England.
She was killed for
She
it.
was killed for it. England has shown herself to me. I'm through seeking anything from England, except her departure from my island.
It was England's island first. So there we are then.
There we are then.
But let us be very clear about something. I am reasonable in seeking peace. But if you insist upon
Rogers
making me your villain...
doesn't know that Flint knows about Spain coming, does he? Did the governor really think Flint was going to take it? And say, okay. Just as like the end of the last episode. It's just one little cart. One little crate. I was expecting at least a couple.
Jack's in there?
Step aside, let us take a look. Then we'll let him go.
I want to see him.
We see the chest first. Those are our orders.
Wait a minute. What the fuck's going on?
What did you think was gonna happen, Anne?
He ain't in there, is he?
Look at that shot of her eye. Up to the brim. They always do such a good shot. Or should I say, good job shooting her. And then here comes Vane. We're just gonna hear the shots over the ridge. Is that not all of it?
You better be right about this.
That's only a little bit of it.
This way. The governor has everything he needs. And no reason to suspect anything is amiss. Jack and the cash are to be moved aboard a secret caravan.
to a ship waiting somewhere off the southern coast. If we can intercept that caravan, we can secure both the money to start our war and the partner to help us fight it.
Ooh.
Either we get Jack and the cash, or we get nothing.
Okay. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. This is like one of those games where there's too much going on and everything is balanced on the one little thing. And if you move your piece just the wrong way, it starts to go the other way, which is so maddening. It's okay, it keeps you on your toes, but it's exhausting keeping track of who does what and why and where. And there's so many unknowns, like Mr. Scotsman. Who knows when Spain's really gonna arrive? And Little Miss Spy, they don't have a spy for the spy. Like Firemax, I'd be having somebody watch Little Miss Spy for information. I do think, though, it is hilarious. Ironically, I think this is ironically hilarious that she is now Eleanor. Wow. And I don't know what Eleanor's doing. Eleanor's always been out for herself, but even now I'm like, what is this plan of yours? Okay, fine. And Rogers invoked Thomas's name. And the way Toby Stevens played that, just that, you could see he was cut instantly. I have no idea what's going to happen next. Did I know Dufresne was going to bite it? And he bit it hard. Horny Gold's still around. Oh, there's so much more story to tell. But there we go. Season 3, episode 7. Thank you so much for being with me. Do hit a subscribe so that way you know when the next one drops, which I cannot give you a firm timeline. Y'all, we got Squid Game coming up. We got things still happening. I'm finishing up Arcane though, so that's going to free up something. But I'm going to squeeze in time when I can. I took next week off, most of it, hoping to catch up on more things then. So yes, so please do not be strangers. And until next time, this is your reminder to breathe. I'm going to remind myself to breathe and to surround yourself with people you truly enjoy being with. You have my permission to not go where you don't want to go. Yeah. So thanks again, y'all. And until next time.